I never do cardio. It's right up there with I never see friends. I never have a good time. I never laugh. I never have any fun in life. I hate my life. I never do cardio. Coach Greg, and today's video is on Theresa Miller. Most of you have never heard of her, but she's an IFBB Pro bikini competitor. She's on Instagram. Her name's T Miller Fit. And today she's got a bunch of IG stories. Someone sent me over one of the stories saying, hey, she's saying the exact opposite of what you're saying, so now I don't know what to believe. Are you right? What do you think? What's going on here? Okay, so I watched all her stories. And here's what I'm going to say. Be careful who you listen to for quality information. Okay, this woman is an educated woman. She's also extremely good looking. So extremely good looking that most of you are just going to take her word for it. You say, hey, she looks amazing, so she must know what she's doing. But does she? It could be just genetics or it could be a fluke. So she actually has a degree in education, was a school teacher for a brief period of time, then an NFL cheerleader, and now she's studying exercise science. Her current level of knowledge is more than most of you. All it takes to look smart is to know 5% more than the person you're talking to. If you know a little bit more than them, you look like the smart one, and they look like they don't know what they're saying. A lot of the information she's saying is correct, but she doesn't have enough experience, knowledge, and information to cover all topics. So here is the inherent danger, the main problem. And this is actually the worst kind of person to follow because you don't know what to believe. Some people, they're just all bad, they don't know anything. But you're like, no one's listening to them anyway. This is an educated IFBB Pro bikini girl who's studying in university to better herself. She's not there yet. She's working towards that. She may in fact get there someday, and she's trying really hard and she's doing her best. So I'm not hating on her. The reason I'm doing this video is because I don't want anyone to be fooled by this information. It's crucial that no one gets fooled by this, okay? You might be a doctor, Dr. Mike Diamonds, moron. You might be a cardiologist, another moron. Just because you're educated to have a degree doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. And people assume so. They go, Coach Greg, he's a freaking manly, he screams too much. Doesn't make any sense. I'm right 99.7% of the time. That's more than anyone on YouTube. No one's right 100% of the time. I'm the most right. You should listen to me. Sure, you can listen to her, and sure, you can type in the comments, and, oh, you're jealous because she's better looking than you. Oh, she's smarter, she makes more money. Whatever you want to say. Doesn't matter what you freaking say. I'm saying she's not correct. So I'm going to go over why she is incorrect, and you'll see for yourself. Now this woman, she was a school teacher, and I bet a good one, because she's very good at speaking, and the information she's saying, you want to believe it. You do, you want to believe it. And she worked hard. It's easy to see the effort she put in. She put countless hours, I can tell, into these IG posts, and she wants to make a name for herself. Maybe someday she'll be able to do so. Maybe a couple more years of studying, she'll learn the correct information. Maybe they don't know how to interpret data. Maybe the studies they read are not true, but they're not always correct. And this is a huge mistake that I have to point out. This question was asked, if completely sedentary, how much cardio is okay to keep in the off season? If somebody asked me that question, I'd say, hey, when you first start, go easy, very easy, 5, 10, 15 minutes. See how it makes you feel. If you can handle it, slowly add more over time, up to whatever amount you want. Maybe it's an hour. As long as you're recovered, you feel good, and you enjoy it, do that. That'd be my answer. Here's her answer. And it's a long one. I'm going to break down each part. If you plan on dieting again in the future to get an even leaner body fat percent, I think it's the most ideal to wean completely off cardio for deconditioning purposes. So she's saying, if you're doing cardio, stop. Stop doing cardio and get out of shape. Slowly, progressively deload off the cardio so that you get slowly in worse shape over time. You're in shape here and slowly get worse out of shape. The heart's the most important freaking muscle in the body. She's saying slowly get your heart out of shape. That's what she said. I'm literally translating it for you so you understand. You see why I'm so pissed off when I read this. Next, The cardio that you keep in during your off season is cardio you will have to double or even triple during a future fat loss phase to create a new stimulus. In brackets, you'd be surprised how adaptable the body is. So let's say you're doing an hour of cardio a day right now and you're off season and you enjoy it, your heart's healthy, and you're looking good, feeling good. I don't know, maybe you walk an hour a day with the dogs, or you go hiking or bike ride. She's saying you're now gonna have to do 2 to 3 hours per day to lose weight once you go onto a diet again. No, you don't have to add any. You can add a 0 extra minutes and lose weight. How? Because to lose weight, you need a calorie deficit, which I know she knows. Shut up! To lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. That's what you need. And I know she knows this. And I know she also knows this. You can get into a calorie deficit by increasing energy expenditure, which she says do 2 or 3 times more cardio. Or you can decrease calories. Energy consumption, you can lower the calories. So if you're eating 2,000 calories a day and doing an hour of cardio a day, you could then eat 1,500 calories a day and continue the same amount of cardio and lose weight because you're in a deficit. Why would she say that? Because she doesn't know better. She's not lying to you. She doesn't know the answer. She's doing her best. She was a school teacher and she's currently studying, and based on the information she's presented in the other videos, I can see that she's recently learned some information and she's trying to say what she's learning in class all the time. Listen to this. Do you think she had the highest average in her class? Maybe she's the smartest one in the class. I graduated, I had the highest average. The highest, as in higher than everybody else. And I have my master's. Yeah, I'm bragging, so what? I talked to a lot of my classmates over the years. I talked to all of my classmates. I knew how they were doing. I asked questions. I was in study groups with them. I would say, hey, if you were coaching this person, what would you say? What do you think about this? And they'd respond. And some of the times I'm like, are they freaking idiots or more? Like, what is wrong? This is people that are going to graduate. They're going to be school teachers, kinesiologists, and so on. Shocking how little they knew, but still passed. They still pass. So just because you have a degree doesn't mean so much. You need a 70 or so to pass. A 70. So that means you know 70% of the information. Do you want your coach to understand 70% of the things you need to know to lose weight? Would you want your doctor to only know how to cure 70% of the things you get? That's what I feel like when I read these things. They know a 70%, maybe it's 80, maybe it's even 90. 90 is pretty good. Not good enough. You want the best of the best. It's like getting my freaking cookbook, training book. You want the best book. You want the best. You don't want pretty good. You want the best. You don't want misinformation. Some folks like to keep in some cardio for maybe mental sanity. You think the only reason to do cardio is for mental sanity? The heart. Some people do cardio so they can live longer and have a healthy heart. And they're more important than the real hair, and you don't even need hair extensions, which is great. More important than that. More important than a tan. More important than anything. The heart. The most important muscle. And doing cardio is for the heart. And it's not just for the mental. Yeah, that's part of the benefit. Sure, of course it is. Makes you feel good, releases endorphins and so on. But it's not just that. It's for your health. To make you healthy. Healthy is not just mental, but it's also physical, social, all those different components combined to making you a healthy, well-rounded individual. Okay? It's going to burn fat. It's going to keep you leaner in your off season. Then when it comes to dieting again, you're going to have less fat to lose when it comes to diet. You're basically saying, yeah, you should yo-yo diet. This is what you do. You diet down, you get really lean for summer, bikini contest or whatever. And then when the contest is over, summer's over, let's just eat a lot and get fat. And then when we eat a lot and get fat, we just don't exercise, we just detrain. And then when we diet again, then we'll just diet again. In that case, I would recommend just increasing your weekly step count. Go outside, get a walk in. What if you like bike riding like me? What if you want to go for a bike ride? What if you like swimming? What if you want to skip?
Get it done, get it done.
You can't just say, I can only walk. Increase your step count. Half of those steppers don't even work to track your actual movement. You go for a drive and come back and you did 1,000 steps, you're on a bumpy road. They don't always work. Steps is not the only way, and not an accurate way, in fact, to track how much activity you're doing. Steps also do not track how intense an exercise is. Intense exercise has a lot greater demand on the body than easy exercise. Sprinting, doing HIIT cardio intervals and so on, a lot more stress and plays a lot more demand on the body and recovery. Okay? You can't just say, hey, I did 60 minutes of cardio, it's equal to this much damage to the body. Hey, I did 15 and so on. How hard those minutes were done has a large impact on the stress it puts on the body. In biking, we call it a training stress score. I can go for an hour and have a huge training stress score if I did a bunch of intervals. Or I could just ride the hour, steady state, having a good time, and have hardly any strain on the body and recover no problem. If you're doing too much cardio, excessive cardio in your improvement season, you could interfere with muscle building and even delay your metabolic recovery. These people are just spewing nonsense about muscle adaptation. It's like that cardiologist on John Meadows' channel. Oh, at first you probably burn about 200 calories walking 2 miles. But then your body adapts and then you only burn about 40 to 80 calories. And people actually believe it. Hundreds of thousands of people are confused and have no idea. They think you get efficient. So this is what you should do. And this is what she suggested. You stop doing all forms of cardio in the off season. Stop cardio, just lift weights, because hey, she does a zero cardio in her off season. I read it in one of the friggin' posts. I read it in her stories. Zero cardio, bragging about it. I don't do any cardio. People hate cardio for some reason. They should love it. It's fun and you should like it. So bragging about doing zero cardio is like bragging, hey, I never watch TV. I never have fun. I never see friends. I never do cardio. It's right up there with I never see friends. I never have a good time. I never laugh. I never have any fun in life. I hate my life. I never do cardio. Exercise is a freaking reward. She never gets any rewards. Sucks for her. You don't get to do cardio. Guess what? You could do some cardio. It do your body good and your heart. Make you live longer, allow you to eat more, and make you, in fact, a better butter burner. What does that mean? It means if you do cardio all year, you get better at burning calories. Better at it, not worse. More efficient as in better able to burn calories faster than last time. So if you do cardio only a couple months of the year and you do an hour of cardio, maybe you burn 500 calories. You do cardio all year long and you do an hour of cardio, you're probably gonna burn 1,000, probably double. Why? Because you can go harder and faster because you're more efficient. Your heart is better at pumping more blood, you recover faster, you're better at it. When you first start doing cardio, you're walking real slow. After months and months and years, you end up walking fast, maybe you're even jogging and so on. You're burning more calories because you're traveling further in the same period of time. So if you believe me and you do cardio year round, it will be easier to get lean when it's come time to diet. Easier. For several reasons. A, you're leaner to start with. Do you think it would take a long time for me to get into contest shape? I do cardio year round. Let's say I didn't do cardio, did what she said. I'd probably go up to 20% body fat, wouldn't do any cardio, be a little bit chubbier, and then have to diet for 4 months. And when I first get on my bicycle to start cardio, I try to ride up that hill right out there. It's a big hill. I have to walk up the hill. Why? Because I'm not in shape. And I'm fat, I'm obese, and I'm trying to walk up the hill, and I'm tired and out of shape. Versus, I ride my bike all year round, do cardio all year round, I can always burn a lot of calories because I'm always in shape and I can always go harder than last time. The secret to being lean year round is to do cardio year round. And of course the diet has to be in check as well. But cardio year round allows you to burn more calories in the same period of time. You're a better butter burner, not the opposite. The direct opposite of what these people are saying is that you become more efficient, you burn less calories, and your metabolism is adapted. Nope, it is not. It's not. It's BS, it's lies, believe me. How often am I wrong? Have you seen me talk about other YouTubers' channels? How often am I wrong? How many more videos do I have to post where you just take my word for it? You say, hey, Coach Greg said this. He's always freaking right about this stuff. Let's just believe him. Oh, but that person's a doctor. That person's a cardiologist. That person's better looking than him. That person's an IFBB Pro bikini competitor. That person has this degree. That person being trained by Bio Lorton. That person being trained by some specialist. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what your name is.
I I'm telling you, believe me. I'm not wrong about this. I am not wrong. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro. Bloop it up, 2 videos. Watch them both. And be sure to watch my freaking channel and subscribe. And until next time, I am out. Shut up!